What's up, everybody? This is your boy Beyond, and I'm here with Jazz, and we are back with Culture Speaks.
Hi. No, because I'm just wondering. We never go to script, so I'm always wondering. Like, you just started the episode by introducing yourself and introducing the episode. What makes you think I didn't want to introduce this time? Hmm?
uh, you
This
did
is what
last.
I'm talking about. The man always feel the need to take charge. It's 2024.
You should be lucky. You have a man who feel the need to take charge.
Mm.
Oh
Anywho,
God.
hi everybody. Welcome back. I think this is episode 14. I'm not sure. But last episode, we had our announcement for our giveaway. So it's not too late. We're going to announce it next weekend. For Valentine's weekend, we'll announce the winner. So it's not too late to share and subscribe to enter. Yes.
Yeah,
And you're probably wondering because somebody asked me, well, I know it's a Visa gift card, but how much is on there? Don't worry about it. Don't
yeah.
worry about it. It's from our amazing sponsor, and you could get yourself something really cute this Valentine's Day. And if you don't want it, just hit me up. I'll gladly act
No,
on
no, you
your
you should
behalf.
be you should be able to win it because right now I know I'm not gonna get I know how much I'm getting paid per hour, and that thing don't take more than an hour. So
Mm.
you should like just take a little
Well,
time of you, just share it, comment, and that's it. It don't take a lot.
yeah, you trying to fight them or something? It sounds like you're trying to fight somebody right now.
Yeah, I mean, because you shouldn't be asking how much I know. Anyways, let me just.
You struck a nerve. The person who asked that, you struck a nerve. And Beyond don't have
I'm
much
just,
nerves, so if he's going on, then yeah. All right. So today's
but
topic. Do you have something to say?
no, I was trying to say I don't know how much is it either, so I'm not even.
You
So
don't?
I don't. Did you tell me?
Oh, see, again, this is why, like, the man does not remember the details. Anywho, so today's episode is gonna be very interesting. Do we know what we're gonna talk about? No, but I do have
Mhm.
something in my brain, and my
Hmm.
co-host might not be ready for this, and I probably need to mind my business because but today we went to lunch, and it was a surprise date lunch, where you're just like, do you want to go out to eat? And we're like, oh, okay. We both looking cute, so we were like, yeah, let's go get something to eat. I don't know if it's just our luck in life, but why did we come across a married man and a not his wife
God
having
damn.
lunch? And I know you're thinking like, it could have been a coworker, could have been a family friend, probably is. But why are we always in this awkward situation every time we go out in public or seeing things that I don't think we're meant to see?
I know,
Thoughts,
right?
concerns, comments, Beyond?
Yeah, I am because
Why are we always in this predicament?
I feel bad because I seen my man. That like that. I guess that was that would have been like cute or whatever you call it, a great a date. But the moment he saw us, it's like,
Oh, you done messed up
hey,
now.
I'm like,
No, because I'm out here trying to stuff my face with food. But no, I need to keep my head straight because I don't want nobody thinking I'm watching them and thinking I'm gonna snitch on them. So I had to just keep my eyes on my plate at all times. And it's like, man, you kill my vibe right now. I don't care what you got going on. I'm not trying to expose nobody in their relationship, but I just want to put it out there. Ladies, keep an eye on your man.
and
Keep an eye
I had to talk a
on
lot,
your
and
man.
I had to start talking a lot so he knows, like,
I
yo,
start I start watching the
I ain't
menu.
paying
I'm
no
like, oh,
attention.
yep. Do you see this menu? Oh, look at the desserts because we're
Like,
trying to like
yeah,
really mind our business over here. Even
I've
though our
been
last
yeah,
episode.
I've been there 1,000 times. I already know what I want. But either ways, I have to, look at the
Because
menu
our
and then
last
go.
episode we were talking about us loving the gossip, but today we didn't have that energy today. We didn't want to gossip today. We were just
Mm,
minding our business, and boom, a potential gossip topic interrupting our lunch.
Yo,
So that was just,
I'm made for this, man.
and I don't need nobody messaging me like, "Oh, who was it?" Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, one thing about me,
Just go ahead and ask your man what he ate today.
I guess
But
I guess
yeah,
people know I'm not gonna snitch. That's why, because
you
I'm not
seem
gonna tell.
trustworthy.
I'm not gonna tell.
Hmm.
So, but I guess that will make people comfortable to do like whatever the stuff
Yeah.
they with.
So
So
that let me just slide into this topic real quick. Should a man pay for first date? Think about it.
hmm.
Many podcasts I think has I don't really listen to podcasts, but many other podcasters I think has debated about this. What's your thoughts?
Here's the thing. When you put it like that, it's just no. Right now, I listen to too many podcasts to the point where it's like, yo, should even man pay for a date? But it really
Mm-hmm.
depends on how you value that date and that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trust him enough? Because I seen a lot of people arguing now, like, oh yeah, she might not be worth it. She might ghost you afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, but you can go into date with that kind of mindset. Because
Mm-hmm.
you talking when you say a date, you have to put a lot of stuff into consideration. You talking about somebody who would potentially be your girlfriend, wife, and potentially be your baby mama or whatever. So you
Mm-hmm.
cannot you cannot go into like, oh yeah, should I pay for a date? What if she ghosts me? Like, no. You have to Well, what I'm trying to say in short is like you have to actually look at who you taking out on a date.
Mm-hmm. Thank you
So
for that long-worded response. I'm out here, when you're writing an essay and you want to reach that word count.
yo,
you're
that's
trying to
me,
reach
eh?
you're trying to
That's
reach
me.
that word count. So he was like,
I be
today
looking
I
down
was
like,
very, 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 very excited to no, but I understood what you were saying. I guess you have to so maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying. What you're saying is in order for you, Beyond, to pay for the date, are you thinking, do I want this person long term? Is that what you're saying?
yeah. What I'm saying is, if you have to debate if you should pay or not, you might as well just not go on that date.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, if you have to think, oh, should I pay? Should I not pay? Blah blah. Don't go on that date.
Right.
So, but I guess men supposed to pay, but these days nobody knows. Well, in
So
the
do
United
you
States,
be on pay? Do you be on pay? Do you
yeah,
pay?
yeah. If I take you out, I'ma pay.
Has there ever been a date where you didn't pay? First date where you
First date,
didn't pay?
no.
And is that just in your nature, culture, or just
Nature,
you as a
culture,
man? Mm-hmm.
nature, culture. Me as a man, and also I don't go out and I don't have a lot of first dates because
Okay.
I'm picky on who I actually go out on a date with. So if I pick you to go out on a date, I don't mind paying.
Before I answer, let me create another scenario. So what if she's wanting, that ribeye steak on that first date? Are you down? What if financially you can't afford that ribeye steak on that first date?
Well, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Our
What if
first
you don't know
date,
if you like her enough to give her that ribeye steak?
our first date,
So
our first date.
are you choosing the location on the
Yeah,
first date, or what if she recommends it?
our first date. I'm picking. I'm not gonna take a recommendation. I'm not gonna take what you eat and what you don't eat. Because last time you said you like no seafood, no blah blah. I take what you don't eat, what you
No,
don't eat.
tell him what I did for a first date.
Well, you
You
say
could go ahead.
well you say you don't eat seafood, so I cancel the seafood out. So, I was
Is
like,
that where
well,
you're taking
okay.
me? Were you taking me on our first date? Were you taking me to a seafood place?
No, but that I canceled that out.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been, maybe it would have been the place where there are seafood, but I found out you don't do seafood, so I canceled
Mm-hmm.
the entire seafood thing out. Any restaurant with seafood in it, I canceled that out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pick the first date where we go, what we do. If you don't like it, oh well,
Tough.
tough. Yeah.
Find another Ethiopian man. No, that's good to know. My view on that, I have several views on that, but what I'll say is if you don't pay on that first date, you'll never see me again. I'll pull out my money, I'll pay, I'll smile and wave, give you a handshake or a hug goodbye. But just know when you message me at the end of the date and say, hey, had a good time, you're going to see one tick. You might not see delivered because I'm long gone. I'm long gone. And it's not because I want a free meal. I've never gone on a date without my money in my pocket because I always remember my dad saying, you need your vex money. Your vex money meaning, should I been on that date and I'm like, man, I'm just this guy, he's so rude, ignorant, whatever, and I want to walk away, I need to know that I can put my money down on that table and walk away, take a Uber home or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because what's not going to happen is I have to suffer through a bad date just so you can finish up and pay my meal. So I never go on a date without money. If I don't have money, I'm staying home. And that's a rule of thumb for everything. Whether we go to the club, if you don't have money, whoever you are, stay home. And we'll talk about that later, don't in another episode. But whoever you are, if you don't have money, stay home. No, sticking to that topic. Another thing I would say is, do you think like if I, Jasmine, had invited you on a date, since I am the one who extended the invitation, do you think that I should pay?
Well, me as a man, well, I would still offer to pay, but if you say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna pay," I'm the one who invite you out here. That's fine with me. But well, one thing about me is I'm not gonna wait for a person to offer to pay. I'm always gonna be the one to like pay first when it comes to like
Mm-hmm.
me and you going to a restaurant, right? I might be, unless you say, you know what, let's go here, my treat. I'll be like, okay. But if you say let's go to a restaurant, I'm probably gonna end up being the person who'll be like, yo, let me pay. So I'm still gonna pay. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's good to know. I
Don't
would.
don't 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 don't, because the next time I know it's like, hey, Bill, let's go Dallas, this restaurant, and then when it's time to pay, it's like, you can pay.
You know, I'm pretty fair when it comes to payment. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what? These past couple dates, you've got it. This time, I'll try. I'll try and get it. But if you insist, I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not gonna force your hand or anything.
That's the thing.
Um.
I'm not the person who'll be like, oh no, I'm a pay, I'm a pay. Nah, if you say I
Right.
love pay, I'll be like, okay.
So, anybody listening right now, do you think a man should pay for the first date? Let us know in the comments down below. I just want to see where y'all headspace is at. Like,
But
you know.
let me one thing though. Let me put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
A man should pay because nine time out of ten, is the man who asks to go out. So
Yeah.
you cannot ask a girl to go out and then you don't want to pay.
Mm-hmm. So
So
let me give you another scenario here. We were having a conversation the other day and we were trying to talk about who's more toxic, men or women. I think you're more toxic than me. I'll put that out there.
no,
I've weighed both sides. I've watched our arguments. I've watched, I think you are a more toxic person than I am.
no, I'm not. Matter, you are.
I think you're more secret toxic. And I'll explain that. You're more of a secret toxic because when I tell people, "Oh my gosh, you should see Beyond get mad," they're like, "Huh? Beyond? That cute little innocent face? Hmm? Them cute little dark skinned cheeks?" They don't see it. They don't see the anger behind the eyes, man. But it's like when you get angry, you're a bit more explosive than me. Like me, I'm like, ah, but you're like double ah. You know what I mean? So I would say in arguments you're a bit more toxic. Maybe I'm more toxic with words, but you would just be like, I'm done, and you walk away. And it's like,
How's
that's
that
that's
toxic? It's
no,
like,
that's kind of toxic to me because to me it's like we're having a conversation. It's a heated conversation. Let's finish up this chat. Let's finish up
no,
this chat.
the thing is, most of the time I see I'm done because I don't see the end of the tunnel because it's like, yo, is this even worth it? Like, why are we talking
Mm.
about it? So I'll be like, you know what, I'm done.
And it will be over. I'm trying to think of an example. It'll be over. Maybe you're driving because, like, I think I'm a better driver than you.
I'm dead.
I know I know I am. I know you taught me to drive, but when I'm driving, I'm doing my calculations. I'm like, this guy looks suspicious. He looks like he's gonna turn in my lane. Let me prepare myself. But you're just like la 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 la, like you're not aware of your other drivers around you. You're driving like it's just you in the road and your Ford Fiesta car, you know. But me, I'm like, this guy is swaying a little bit. Let me give him a little distance. Or I'm just like, I see the road. You don't see the road. You know how many close calls I've had with you? You know how many times where I've had the flashes towards the future, you know,
I'm dead.
where I'm like, be on. So I would say I'm more of a better driver.
You're not
However,
a better driver. You're a careful driver.
here's where your toxicity, I hope I'm saying that right, toxicity comes out. I would say, watch out. I would be like, watch out for the curb. And you'll be like, don't tell me how to drive, da, 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 with your little low key Texas accent. Don't tell me how to drive. And I'm like, you get heated for that. And I'm over here like, man, I just didn't want us to hit the curb. You know, so it's like, I see your toxicness come out there. And it's just like, I just care about our safety. I'm not trying to stop your masculine error. I'm just saying,
No, the
be
the
real.
the thing is, the reason I usually say that is because if you if you jump up like, yo, watch out for the curve, what you think I'm gonna do?
Watch out for the curb.
I'm a panic.
And hit the
I'm
curb.
a panic and probably hit the curve or trying to swerve the other way, and then
I'm
I'm
really
gonna hit
trying
a
not to
car
laugh.
on the other time in the other lane. So it's like, don't.
Okay, I need a laugh break. Laugh break. Um, and when I say, and when I say watch out, I'm not saying watch out and you pull a brake. I'm like, hey babe, watch. Like I'll be like, watch out for the curb. I'm not like watch out for the curb. You know, I'll be like, oh, watch the curb. I swear to the people listening, all I'll say is watch the
No, 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 no.
curb.
Like, what's the?
I
You be like, what's the
can I
car? So
can
I'm
I
literally looking
hey
at the car, like, yo, what?
I just wish you guys could see my experience because I promise you
I'm
that
dead.
people who have sat in a car with Beyond as the driver has all had a near death experience with him. And that's not funny. My aunt who lives in England came down and the people in the back seat, and you're laughing because you know it's true. The people in the back seat were having a nice little chat while driving on the highway. My co-host proceeds to turn around and partake in the chat. And when I'm not talking just driving and just talking, he turns his head and starts to be part of their conversation. Everybody in the car went silent.
Leave me
Because
alone.
why do you think you, as the driver, needs to do a 360 with your head to be part of the conversation?
Hey,
Do you
conversation
not
be
see
juicy,
do
man.
you not see the 18 wheeler that we are next to?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Anyways, but I feel like we've gone so far off topic. Tough. But I think that's maybe where your main toxicness comes out, is when I make little comments. It'll be little comments that you like take serious. Watch out for the curb, in my cute little girlfriend voice.
Hell no. No, no, she don't be. She be like, watch out. And then I panic. So I'll be like, yo. No, she be you nah, babe, for real though, for real. Don't let her fool you like, oh, watch out for the curve. No, she be grabbing the car handle like, watch out. So I
I
panic.
only did that
Man,
one
you
time.
always do that. No, you always. I'll be watching. So I'll be panic because, like, if you panic like that, I'm a panic thinking there's something actually coming. You know.
Mhm. Let me have a break from our sponsors because I don't want people to believe you. So, just a reminder, um, we're having our giveaway. We're announcing our giveaway next week. So, if you've made it this far into the episode, I do not understand why you haven't hit the subscribe button, and I do not comprehend why you haven't shared this video that you are clearly having fun at and laughing at. So, yeah, this is just my way of you guys not believing beyond. Let's get back on track.
I'm dead.
So, our next topic was I have no idea what our next topic was, but I know one thing we wanted to talk about in today's episode was church. Thoughts, opinions, comments, and concerns. Because I'll start this one out. The other night we were chatting away, and I was saying, man, it's been a minute since I've been to church. But there's something about the churches here that don't sit right with me, because I've given it a try. I've went to a Christian church. I went to a Catholic church. I've almost attended a Caribbean-ish church. I would say Caribbean church because I don't know what they be preaching over there. But I started out with the Christian church nearby because I ain't gonna call their church because I'm not trying to get sued. Um, and I was very confused. I was very I was very distracted. I entered and I saw things a church should not have. Not when there's people going to sleep hungry, bills unpaid, rent unpaid, homeless. Why does the church have a pool table? Does Jesus play pool?
I'm
Hmm?
preaching that pool. Talk about.
Does the Bible talk about pools?
I don't know.
So
Yo,
we just gonna drop 5 grand on a pool table? Pause. Are we dropping 5 grand on a pool table? Why? Why do we need um a projector that's bigger than half the building? Is that necessary? Apple computers? Do we need Apple computers
at church.
just
What?
at church,
No.
just chilling?
What do they do on a
Because I feel
computer
like
at
I feel
church?
like the HP laptops I be seeing work just fine. But no,
No.
let's have top of the line Apple MacBook computers. So I'm out here, I'm stressing because I'm like, man, these Apple, look at those Apple computers, look at that pool table. I was so distracted. I can't tell you what the preacher was saying. I'm seeing
Yeah.
a full
It's,
on drum line, and I'm used to when you're trying to sing a song, you open a hymn book. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm starting to get old, too old school, but I'm used to reading the lyrics of the song from a book. All of a sudden, you got little iPads with
mm-hmm.
the. I'm like, wait,
No, no, for real though, because back home we used to have like a little books behind the tables, behind the
right.
chairs, and then you pull it up.
It's iPads now, bro. I'm thinking, man,
Oh,
the
damn,
iPad look
man.
real good.
I'll take it home
Yeah, I'm
too.
like, wait, you give me an iPad to sing a song? I don't understand. So I couldn't fully understand. I was too distracted by this modern technology because I'm thinking, man, nonetheless, I'm like, okay, you know what? You watching these people pockets too hard. So the what you call it when they're going around and collecting money. I can't remember the church
I
term,
don't know
but
what they call it.
you, that's how long I haven't been.
Donation shit. Call it donation. Yeah, I
Okay,
guess so.
donations. They're going around with the little basket. So I'm like, okay, we're still accepting the little basket. Now I came with $5 and I'm thinking, man, that's kind of like that's a big deal. I'm about to put $5 in the basket.
I balling out here.
Yes.
Give me
So I'm
church five
thinking
dollars.
I want to make sure everybody see me putting this $5 in.
Yeah, open it up and kind of,
So
shit.
I put the $5 in the basket and then I'm like, man, that felt good. Like I know God gonna bless
Hmm.
me back with 10 times that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I walk back to my seat. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I hear, no, this next donation will be for or missionary, whatever you call it. That place where they take trips to Africa and they go help, do whatever. Don't
Yeah.
know why they going to Africa, but this is so I'm like, wait, so what was the first one for? Because if I had known we do multiple donations over here, then I would have split that five into ones. You understand? Because
Yeah.
next basket
For
coming,
real
and I'm
though.
sitting in my seat, I can't do nothing.
Yeah. I'll walk out. She.
And I'm like, I feel like that next basket was low key to support the pool table because I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all got too much things to have multiple donations, but I guess somebody gotta upkeep the building. So that was my first experience. And I was like, okay, you know
No.
what? I'm wrong. This is weird. Let me go to a Catholic church. Maybe that's where I belong.
No. Catholic actually worse. I don't think they ask people, but I think it's worse. It's more
There
bougie
was there
than.
was a bit less technology in the Catholic church because they do more like rosary and more like
Yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, they're not gonna put everything out there, but I think
Mhm.
people more of like, because I remember back home we didn't have no technology, computer stuff, but the
Mhm.
people in there, they just living a good life.
Mhm. So I went to the Catholic church and I couldn't help but notice out of the maybe 200 people I saw there, why was I the only black person? And for some reason, that could have been the devil trying to distract me from what was being said. But for some reason, I spent the entire service going row by row with my eyes, looking for another black person, just so not to become friends, but just so I could just chill. The next thing I know, the service was done, and I just see a wave of white people ready to greet me into the church. And I
Ooh,
was just
welcome
like,
to the church.
yes, welcome to. At this point, I thought they were going to baptize me
Uh,
because
For
it
real.
was insane. I saw not one black, I just needed one black person there so I could just chill. Because I'm
I'm
coming from
dead.
a place where not too many white people. If you see white people, it's most likely a tourist or something. And, you know, so being in a church where I'm the only, especially a big church, if it was a smaller church, I could understand. I'm like, it's not much people, so But you seeing 200 people, and you only at this point you
Oh
know that
my
movie Get Out.
god. Yeah.
It's
Be like,
starting to in my head. I'm like, man, I really need to like get out of here, but it's like,
yeah.
So that's been my experience since I've been up here. But I do need to find somewhere that I feel a little bit comfortable. So we gotta keep looking.
No,
Now, for you, thoughts on church?
I I never had a problem with church.
Mhm.
I know I've been knowing all those kind of stuff going on where they have all these donations. They want a lot of money because them people are there living because at some point I was living in church. So I know all
Mhm.
that stuff. And then the reason I had here is I seen like there is like African church here, right?
Mhm.
So I've been wanting to go, but every time they're doing something, they send out an invitation to everybody. They make sure to say, "Oh yeah, there is this going on at this time, this day," and also there is a food. So now I'm just out there like, yo, why do you always make sure you include there is a food? Do you think we're gonna be showing up so we can eat? Like, I wanted to attend the
Some people
church.
do.
No, but that's like, for that reason, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna come. If you think you're gonna bribe me with the food, I eat at
Hmm.
my house. I'm not gonna. I don't need to. I come to pray, not because of food. It pissed me off for some reason. I don't know.
So you're saying you got offended by the church for offering you food.
No, no, that not for real, because that sounds like a bribe. Like you bribing me or something. Like, yo, no. No, for some reason that pissed me off. Like, yo, what
Hmm.
kind of bribe is that? Give me money. Or maybe I show up.
Because I do see them saying, "Hey man, this weekend we got food."
Yeah,
So I'm
like,
like, "All
that's
right."
not the reason I'm
But
coming to
yeah,
church.
and I guess what for you it's more of a you don't mind go, but you don't want people to think you're going for the food. Is
Because
that
that's
what it is?
no, because if you made an invitation like, oh yeah, also there is a food, of course everybody who's gonna be out there gonna be like, oh yeah, everybody show up because of food. Now me not thinking about their food is like, I had to sit there and consider as one of the people who come to eat.
I can just imagine Jesus watching this podcast episode and just shaking his head because he's like, "Yo, so
Yeah.
so what about me?" Like, but honestly, it's just I don't know. We gotta find somewhere where we feel comfortable, and that's what it's about. But as long as you keep the faith and do stuff that he
Yeah,
would be proud of, he'll be all right.
yeah. I think I'm digging deep because I
Mm-hmm.
also I understand almost all church got those kind of stuff going on. That's not
Mm-hmm.
There was never been a church that would be like, just pray. Also church have to do a certain stuff to upkeep the church.
Yeah, you
But I
gotta
guess, yeah,
attract the younger generation, and now
yeah. I
maybe
guess
that's
I'm
why they
just
got the pool
overthinking. Yeah.
table and they got the big screens and stuff to attract the younger
No,
generation. For
for
me, it
for
was just like, man, I see so many people out here. I wish I could help, and it's just if you sell that pool table, you could help four, five, six
no,
families, man.
no,
I don't
I
know,
mean,
but
for
I don't
that
know.
for that I understand, because back home we have
Hmm.
we have all those at church, and the reason we have those is because you want kids in the church distracting themselves with all them stuff than
Hmm.
them out there in the streets.
I understand. You're
Yeah.
right. I shouldn't have. I
But
shouldn't have.
but no,
You know.
but again, ain't nobody
Yeah.
gonna be there anyway. Ain't nobody gonna be there.
Hmm.
Trust me. Ain't nobody gonna be at the church here.
I mean, always see the parking lot full, so they do have their people.
Yeah,
You know.
but yeah, it just. But anyways, guys, make sure to go out there and follow us on Instagram, and our Instagram is official culture speak, official underscore culture speak. Again, official underscore culture speak. I almost it's been a minute. I keep forgetting. But anyways, make
Search
sure to
the internet for
yes, yeah,
Instagram. If
yeah, you're
if
gonna
you
have
really
to.
care, you'll search the internet.
I'll make it harder
All
for
right,
y'all.
guys.
So, all right, guys,
Bye.
bye.